If you haven't played It Takes Two by Hasline Studio, where have you been? This game brings people together to get a divorce, and no man is more qualified to guide us through this emotional roller coaster than Dr. Hakim, if that's his real name. This mischievous book helps us through the game. I say help lightly because most of the time, he just makes things worse. Like when he outs us to the vacuum cleaner, shreds our daughter's letter, and also tells the Queen's guards we're going to assassinate her. Okay, maybe that last one was justified. But has anyone really sat back and asked, what is he? Yes, I know he's a book. But what kind of book jumps into water without getting soggy, or swivels his hips like Dr. Hakim can? And that's not even scratching the surface. When you actually pay attention, this book is operating on God-tier levels of power. He teleports, creates objects out of thin air, flies, levitates items with his mind, changes size, and physically molds people to his will. I know I sound dramatic, but it's true. He conjures ropes, magnets, and all sorts of items for May and Cody to use. He changes sizes in the snow globe level, and he's constantly changing Cody and May's bodies. Like giving them powers, turning them into dolls, changing Cody's size, and also turning him into a plant. Wait, was the plant thing in size really the Book of Love's fault? Yes, this is his world after all. We are playing his game. Don't believe me? Who else has the power to bring things like vacuums, stuffed animals, and plants to life? Well, plants are alive, but you know what I mean. Even the law of physics bends to Dr. Hakim's will. In the magnet level, we get this exchange. One's plus, one's minus. That's not how it works. Magnets have both poles. Not these magnets. And he's right about being wrong. If you're not aware, if you cut a magnet in half, you don't get two single poles. You get two magnets with both poles. In other words, science doesn't matter to Dr. Hakim. Only drama does. He can't seem to get enough of it. Still not convinced? Let's talk about the singing scene. May says, I'm not going to sing a single note. But Dr. Hakim comes in and says, yes, you will. And she proceeds to sing. She even begs him to stop, but he just makes her sing more. It's actually a bit scary how much control he has. Everything and everyone bends to him. Now, I know I've been hyping Dr. Hakim up like a god, but let's be real here. He's not all powerful. There's clearly a real world, the one we see Rose in, and then Dr. Hakim's world, where Cody and May exist as dolls. Dr. Hakim's realm is a pocket dimension inside of the real world. Think of it like the wardrobe in Narnia or the room of requirement in Harry Potter. Inside his world, he's God. Outside of it, he's just a book. There's no proof that in the real world he has these powers. Although he does influence the real world by fixing the clock and playing the music in the attic, that doesn't directly prove he has magic inside the real world, just that his magic can affect the real world. But Cody and May aren't just trapped in Dr. Hakim's world. They are a part of it. Every obstacle they face is symbolic, drawing from their memories and shared experiences, which raises a bigger question. Is he a mind reader? Early on, he confronts the vacuum and says, this is Cody, the guy who sucked up all kinds of crap in your stomach. And even asks Cody, why did you buy the Turbo X2000? Not even the vacuum cleaner recognized Cody. How does the book know of Cody's relationship with the vacuum cleaner? Well, maybe Dr. Hakim just asked the vacuum what happened, I hear you saying. But what about the suitcase in the attic? The suitcase isn't alive, but Dr. Hakim seems to know its connection to May, asking, you recognize this suitcase? Alright, maybe Dr. Hakim just assumed that was May's suitcase after finding out she sang. I have unmistakable proof he reads minds. In the ice level, May says, I know why the book sent us here. And Cody replies, this is where I proposed. There's no way Dr. Hakim could have known this without peeking into their memories. Rose probably wasn't even born yet or too young to remember, so she didn't tell him. So, to recap, we have a being that can create objects from nothing, lives in his own dimension, warps reality, and reads minds. He sounds like a god, right? Well, that's certainly a possibility. A traditional god would probably have powers in the real world, which Mr. Hakim doesn't seem to have. I think it's more likely that Dr. Hakim is a genie. Not the lamp-rubbing, wish-counting kind, but bound to the book Love Grant Wishing kind. Let's dive into this theory. Let's go to the very beginning, before the game even starts. Dr. Hakim isn't actually the book itself, he's the author. A passionate, self-proclaimed therapist, we never actually see his credentials, who once published a best-selling book called The Book of Love. It was a bestseller that helped millions, or at least that's what he wanted. The book helped some, but not everyone's problems were solved. Heck, we don't even know if Cody and May got back together. He wanted to do everything in his power to reunite couples and spark passion. But he wanted to do more. He wanted to become the book. So he sealed his soul inside the final copy, trapping his soul in the process. The exact methods on how he did it are fuzzy, but there's a clue. Tears. Tears are proven to have magical properties when Rose brings Cody and May's dolls to life through her tears. So perhaps Dr. Hakim did the same crying into a book during a moment of deep emotional distress. Was it heartbreak? Perhaps. Perhaps his love left, breaking his ties to his human life, which pushed him to take the step into becoming a sentient book. Although a breakup doesn't feel right, Dr. Hakim seems to be very happy and passionate about love, to leave off on such a bad experience like a breakup. What if, rather than a breakup, Dr. Hakim's lover passed away? How could the passing of a lover make you more passionate about love? It's true that in the moment that losing someone can make you lose motivation, and especially hesitate when it comes to loving again. But for someone like Dr. Hakim, who understands feelings on a deeper level and can see the good in things, he'd definitely be able to handle the passing of a lover better than most people. Of course he grieved. He cried, and in that moment, his soul merged with his book. Eventually, the book made its way to Rose's school. Either donated, discarded, or deliberately placed, Rose ended up finding it in the trash and taking it home. That's when the game kicks off. Dr. Hakim states, "I promised your daughter to fix your relationship." He grants Rose's wish, not with a snap of his fingers, but through an emotional journey. He's not brainwashing Cody and May. That wouldn't be in the spirit of true love. Instead, he pushes them. He creates challenges. He's cunning, saying, "My plan is working. You guys like each other more now." And by the end, they kiss. Sure, we don't know if Cody and May are still together, but they understand each other. There's empathy, growth. That's what Dr. Hakim wanted. He wasn't trying to make them fall in love. He was trying to fix their relationship by creating a new foundation. And when the wish was fulfilled, he quietly returned to the bookshelf, waiting for the next poor person with relationship drama. And let's face it, it's probably going to be Rose again, after her first high school breakup. Unlike a traditional genie, Dr. Hakim doesn't need permission to use his powers. His powers might be tied to a spiritual urge for a wish, not the literal wording. Rose wants her parents together. Dr. Hakim can grant whatever and however many wishes he wants in order to complete that task. But then, why didn't he just alter May and Cody's minds into loving each other? Because real love can't be forced. Dr. Hakim is very passionate about his work. He tells May and Cody they're not ready, which seems like an excuse to be a nuisance. But he wants to see results, not just build a facade of a happy relationship. He says things like, "So beautiful. Love heals all." This guy has been through it. The good, the bad. He's lived and lost. And now, as a salsa-dancing, all-powerful relationship guru trapped in a book, he gets to do what he loves most. Fix relationships. And gyrate. Whatever black magic Dr. Hakim used to become this, it was worth it. He is the Book of Love. Until next time, keep forging through lore, one pixel at a time.